According to the International Agency for the Prevention of Blindness, around 36 million people are blind globally. A 2014 WHO estimate puts the number at about 39 million. An International Center for Eye Health survey puts the number of blind people in Nigeria who are age 40 and above at about 1.13 million. A Federal Ministry of Health report states that there are about 4.1 million blind people in Nigeria, with about 1.1 million being totally blind. These are staggering figures. As one might guess, a major challenge for the blind, young or old, is access to reading materials. Braille is the key. It is what blind people read. Braille is not a language. It is a code by which all languages may be written and read. Through the use of Braille, people who are blind are able to review and study the written word. It provides a vehicle for literacy for the visually impaired. The Anglo-Nigerian Welfare Association for the Blind, ANWAB, is an organization dedicated to helping blind people gain independence through education. In line with this, the organization converts regular books into Braille versions for the blind. Gbemisola Folalu is the Braille computer editor at ANWAB. Folalu's partner is Sheriff Olatunji, who is blind. He is the Embosser operator.
I got my visual impairments at age 11, and I attended the blind school, Surulere, as my primary school, as a partially school for the blind. From there, I moved on to study in King's College. I graduated in 2006. Currently, I'm on distance learning program from University of Ibadan in my final year now, and I'm married with a kid, and I work with an ANWAB. We produce Braille books for our other visually impaired scholars.
Sharif is glad that technological advancements are helping to improve access to books for the blind.
With the level we are now, we should even be thanking God that the technology has made us advance to this level. Formerly, there was nothing like that. We had to wait for people who will read to us from their printed texts, and that alone is challenging, because as human beings, we may be taking their time. They may not have enough time for us. So with the advancement of technology, we are able to get the book and scan through the computer and then braille it out. But what we need to work on now, or what we are expecting, is that the technology should be more advanced in such a way that within the twinkle of an eye, our books are already in Braille. So that's the level we are looking at now.
Gbemisola Folalu takes us through the process of converting a regular book type to Braille. The book to be converted today is an iconic one, Chinua Achebe's Things Fall Apart.
There's a software called Omnipage. So we scan each book pages by pages. No matter how big the book is, we scan pages by pages, and we recognize only the text, not the pictures. So after scanning, we recognize the text, and we move it to Microsoft Word. So for Microsoft Word, we do the necessary editing, like the heading, the pegnating from the Microsoft Word. So after the Microsoft Word, we convert to a software called Dolby Braille Translator, DBT. So from here, we also do the necessary adjustments before sending to the Embosser, the Braille Embosser.
Sheriff operates the embosser that has received the converted Things Fall Apart soft copy.
I'm about to send it to Mr. Sheriff Olatunji to emboss it.
Okay, ready. Men, player, one. Counter payment.
After embossing, the embosser operator reads to be sure he has the right book, an experience he enjoys.
Things Fall Apart, Chapter 3. Okonkwo did not have the start in life which many young men usually had. He did not inherit a band from his father. There was no band to inherit. The story was told in Umuofia of how his father, Unoka, had gone to consult the oracle of the hills and the caves. No one had ever beheld Agbala except his priestess, but no one who had ever crawled into his awful shrine had come out without the fear of his power.
For those who have never seen someone blind reading with Braille, the first time experience is almost surreal.
She was full of the power of her God, and she was greatly fed. Unoka stood before her and began his story.
With the book converted to Braille, blind people can have access to it and enjoy reading just as much as anyone else.